Hello everyone, welcome back to my playthrough, and we just defeated I guess a sort of mini boss, because the guy doesn't regenerate if you rest at a bonfire. And as we look down the corridor, that's the main entrance of the church, where a few stronger opponents are. So we get a firekeeper soul here. Now if you saw in the background just now, there was something on top of the archway. But for now, I take this, I don't know what this is, this contraption. Don't know where it goes, what it does. And we're going down. So where do we come up? This area looks pretty familiar. And is the filing shrine at the beginning where we were. And this is the first instance where you really see the sort of level design in Dark Souls. And I have to admit, I've played further in the game, and the level design of Dark Souls is awesome. It's just awesome, man. And you'll see more of that later on, and more examples of that.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
So a random item. So we're back where we started. Well, we started in this area. There's a bonfire as well. And the extra benefit of this bonfire is that you get 10 Estus flask when you rest there. So yeah, me being a bit indecisive, don't really know which one to do. At the end I still rest there. So I'm heading back to the church since there's still some stuff to do.
Oh my, you again?
Yes.
Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here
I thought
anyway.
he was gonna fight.
So what if I were to teach you some miracles?
Okay.
Would that please you?
Sure.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
So this is the first covenant you see in my playthrough. I don't really know what a covenant does, but I probably explained that better
Now
another time
let me share my miracles.
once it becomes
Only
more obvious.
their ultimate effectiveness
in
will
the
be
gameplay.
determined by your efforts and your
But
faith.
yeah, for faith characters, here's an area where you can learn miracles. I didn't know this at the beginning of the game, but I mean, like I said, you can miss out on quite a few things in this game. And for instance, here, if you didn't talk to the guy more than once or more than twice, and didn't join the covenant, you wouldn't have had all this. You wouldn't have had all this miracles to choose. It's interesting to see, at least. And I'm building my character mostly on intelligence, and as a sorcerer, but you know, it's never.
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
I'm not solely 100% into being a full-on sorcerer. I mean, it'll depend if I see something or find a miracle worth having, then why not? I mean, be a bit more flexible that way rather than be so rigid. If there's nothing interesting, then fine, you can just stay as a sorcerer. But that's further down the line for now. I wouldn't waste it, souls on a miracle, especially now since it's still early in the game. So that's a shortcut. And if you were familiar with Demon Souls, there were always shortcuts throughout the game. But that was a sort of more linear sort of level design. And here the level design is much more open world, or much more open. And then so seeing the level design in this game is way more impressive than what it was in Demon Souls. Okay, this dude is slightly annoying. Then again, it's mostly because magic is isn't so strong for some reason, and don't have as many soul arrows as well, which is annoying. And meleeing, for me personally, isn't all that. I'm a weak class to melee, so it takes forever just to kill these guys or strong enemies. Oh, bad timing. And not only does it waste an Estus flask, because you don't heal, you still get damaged. It is so random to dancing around. Looks like a magician. He looks like he's providing strength to these enemies, or something like that. As you can see, they are sort of have this aura around them. Quite a few of them as well. But at least if they're ganged up like that, you can slice through them and hit more than one enemy at a time. See, most of the time stuff like that isn't on purpose. There comes a time when it is on purpose, when I actually understand how to execute kicks and jump attacks. But for this early part, it isn't really on purpose. So to suddenly see a character jump around like that, you're wondering, oh crap, because you figure you're gonna be open to a counter attack or something. But it's all good. I can't really remember, but since I did upgrade the sword, my short sword a bit, I should be doing a bit more damage. I can't remember how much though. So now we take on the Sorcerer, and he fell down. Dumbass. I'm actually thinking, should I actually bother facing him? So you can imagine, if you're playing in a player versus player, if someone invades you if you're fighting against the magician who only has soul arrows, which is basically what this guy is doing. It's so easy just to sidestep and avoid the attack. So this goes on for a while until I kill him. At least the guys behind him aren't, you know, attracted to the fight and not interfering. And the main reason I'm doing this is I'm hoping, you know, maybe since he's a sorcerer, he might have some item drops that are, you know, really interesting. But as you'll see, he doesn't drop anything. I would have definitely gone and collected something, even if it meant aggravating the knights back there. But oh, and someone else, White Phantom. But yeah, if there was an item there, I would have actually, you know, I wouldn't have cared if I had aggravated the knights. I would have gotten it, because it could have been sweet. I'm going up this way. There's an enemy there. But since, you know, I hate fighting in narrow spaces, although I will admit narrow spaces are good for mages, since your enemy doesn't have much room to sidestep your attacks. I remember one fight I had, someone invaded my world in Demon Souls. It was world 4-2, if some of you remember. And if you remember that world, there's some walkways that are narrow. And what happened was that when I was invaded, I was already past that walkway. But since I was a magician in that game as well, any spell I had, the guy just kept sidestepping it and missing, and so I kept missing. And the guy would hit me a couple of times, and it was getting rather tense. So what happened was, and we had been going on for a while, you know. I mean, the guy was hiding around enemies as well, so that was a bit annoying. So it must have been a few minutes that we were going at it. So what happened was that when he had hit me a couple of times, I started running back to the beginning of the area. And as if you remember World 4-2, the beginning of the area, that's where the walkway is, or at least near the beginning. And so when I reached the walkway, I thought to myself, wait a minute, this would be a good place to fight with him as a magician, because, you know, he can't really sidestep, because if he sidesteps, he falls down off the walkway and potentially could die. So in the end, I lured him all the way up there, and then we fought for a bit, and then I managed to kill him, because he couldn't evade my spells as easily as he could in an open area. So that's, I guess, a sort of tip. I'm not sure if it's going to be any useful in this game, but it does look to be the same, since soul arrows are very their path is very straight, and it's not an area of attack or area of effect spell. So it would be best to use that in sort of a narrow corridor sort of area. And we made a prisoner.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse. Please, I have duties to fulfill, and I will reward you handsomely. Well, I am certain you stand to benefit.
Well, if you're gonna reward me.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I've just been freed. Allow me some time.
Be patient, dude. Yeah, so it's a bit weird when you already opened the door and so I don't know, you just expect him to say thanks straight away, but you have to talk to him and then he says thanks. It's kind of weird. The messaging system could be a bit better. I mean, it wasn't perfect in Demon's Souls either, but in this game it's still sort of like a step back. What with you needing the crystal, and you know, the only easy way to have it is having it equipped in your item slot. And I've heard many people say they don't bother equipping it and don't bother reading messages because they don't equip it. So anyway, there's a white fog there, and I know it's gonna be a boss out there. As you can see, I only have 13 soul arrows, and I'm weighing it up whether it's going to be pointless or not. In the end, I decided, why not? Only 4 Estus flasks as well, but actually it's more me being too lazy to run all the way back to the filing shrine or to a bonfire. This was also in the demo. This is the last part really that was in the demo. Didn't really get to play it much though. Okay, time for boss fight. The Bell Gargoyle. I'll try not to talk much, just let you enjoy. Ah! Oh, miss. Oh, missed. Oh, I missed this one. Hold on. Oh! Sounded like a hit. Oh no. No time to be stingy with the soul arrows now. Oh! got fire as well. Hurry. Oh! Close. Go. At least the shield is holding up decently. Run, and heal! Oh, and only one more Estus Flask. Okay, one down. But it looks like I killed the second one first. And no more solar arrows. No more solar arrows. No more Estus Blast. Oh. Sweet. This is coming near the end of this video, and we will end it in either he dies or I die. Firebomb. Miss. Oh, bad. Another miss. Oh, he still is cut off. Like that. Oh, it's okay, Yeah, breathe fire and leave yourself open. Again. Sweet. One more hit. No, one more hit. Yes. See ya.